Hello and welcome to my first information technology video intended for older people who may be newcomers to smart devices or the internet. My name is Maddy and today I'm going to talk about YouTube because I will be a new creator here very soon and I want my viewers to be able to like my videos, subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. I'm using my Apple laptop today because it's the easiest way for me to record how I make the most of the videos I watch on YouTube. I'll look at YouTube on the smartphone and smart TV in a future video. If your email address ends with @gmail.com, you already have a YouTube account with the username being your Gmail address. You can use it together with your Gmail password to sign into YouTube. That's because Google owns YouTube. So I'm going to share my screen with you now. Here's my desktop, and the first thing I'm going to do is open my browser. To do that, I first need to find my cursor or pointer. So I trace my finger on the trackpad or my mouse around the mouse pad until I see my cursor or pointer moving on the screen. It looks like an arrow, and I've enlarged mine today so that everyone can see it, but yours might be considerably smaller. I'm using the Chrome browser because it's the most popular one. But if you don't see this Chrome logo on your desktop, you will likely have the Microsoft Edge browser if you're using Windows, or Safari if you're using Apple. It doesn't matter which browser you use, they all have an address bar that can be used to access YouTube. So I'm hovering my cursor over my chosen Chrome icon and I click to open it. This flashing line in the address field tells me that some input is expected. So I type in youtube.com and press enter on the keyboard. That brings me to the front page of YouTube with the sign in button here at top right. I'll sign in straight away by clicking and typing in my Gmail address. The Gmail that I'm using is a bit long and I'm going to blur it out for privacy reasons. I click next and type in my password. I could click the box to check that I've typed it correctly and another click to hide it, then click next again. Now I can confirm that I'm signed into my YouTube account because my profile letter M appears here. Some accounts may have a photo or a logo there instead. If you've been unable to sign into YouTube today, please keep watching to the end of this video when I'll show you how to make a bookmark that will allow you to find my channel every time you open your browser with no typing or signing in required. Okay, so this solid house tells me that I'm on my home page. On your home page, you will most likely see a selection of small video thumbnails in this area here. YouTube selects these for you based on your watch history. So for example, if you watch a lot of football, you'll get more football videos in your home feed. Whereas if you prefer dog videos, you'll get more dogs. Until that is, you watch, like, or search for something else, maybe horse racing. And if you click to watch and then like the video, YouTube will display more similar videos in your home feed. So your screen won't have the same selection of videos as anyone else's because it's compiled specifically for you. I've paused my watch history today, leaving my home page empty because I don't want to overwhelm my viewers nor do I want to breach any other creator's copyright, so I'm playing it safe and just using my own video. So I'll click in the YouTube search bar to get my insertion point back, and you might notice that my arrow has changed to an I bar, which prompts me to type something into the field. I'm going to type my channel handle, which, like all channel handles, begins with the @ character, which I get by holding down the Shift key while typing 2 on the keyboard. Then it's Maddy with a Y, at home, no spaces, then hit enter or return on the keyboard, and there I am. I'll click the channel profile picture to take me to my channel page, which has my window as the banner, and I can click more here to get a smaller screen that will give me some channel information, and a quick scroll down might reveal further details, while clicking the X will get rid of it. Now let's have a look at my first video, which is an introduction to my channel. These numbers at bottom right show the total duration of the video in minutes and seconds, allowing the viewer to decide whether they have time to watch it. If not, they could save it for later, but I'll skip these save icons today because I want to play my video right now. You may have noticed that my cursor changes from an arrow to a hand when I hover over certain areas, and that means that if I click, some action will take place. In this case, it takes me to the default YouTube screen and a video starts to play. If you see a yellow timeline here, it means there's an advertisement. Let it run, and if you see a skip button on the right, click skip to continue directly to the video. I'm going to quickly run through the controls along the bottom of the YouTube screen. You won't need to be signed in to use those. Starting with the play pause button, I click the triangle to play and it toggles to 2 vertical bars while the video is playing. If I want to pause the video, I click the bars. Next is the volume icon, which is an empty outline when muted, and if I click it, the sound is turned on and the outline turns solid. The volume can be adjusted further by dragging this white dot along the white line. These numbers here show how long the video has already played for, and I could toggle this first number to show how much time is remaining instead, and that's followed by the total duration, which we saw before. If the video has chapters, you may see the current topic displayed here, and clicking will reveal the timeline, chapter thumbnails, and transcript below the video. I can click the red dot on the timeline and drag it to the right to see a preview of the upcoming topics. When I unclick, the video will play from that point on. Hitting the right arrow key on the keyboard will advance the video by 5 seconds at a time, while hitting the left arrow key will reverse it in the same way. I find that useful if I didn't catch something that was said, and I often don't because I'm quite deaf, or when I'm following a recipe or some kind of instructions in the video content. Moving along to the right, we have the autoplay button, which is currently off. If I click it on, YouTube will find another video to play automatically as soon as this one ends. This CC button stands for closed captions or subtitles. Simply click the icon to toggle them on or off. Easy as that. Next, the settings cogwheel is widely avoided by many of the older people that I know because they're afraid they're going to break something. So I'll skip it for now and move on to this icon with the arrows pointing inwards. It toggles from theatre mode, which is what I'm in right now, to YouTube's default view, which I personally find a bit too busy, but it's really just a matter of personal preference. Both views show the search bar at the top while allowing access to the side panel. I'll click the icon again to get back to theatre mode, which fits the video into the entire width of the screen and places everything else underneath. Lastly, these out-facing arrows indicate full screen mode, which allows the viewer to focus on the content by minimizing the visible controls, which disappear altogether if the cursor is not moved. I'll revisit this screen in an upcoming video about YouTube on the TV. Now let's take a look at the information below the video. First, we see the video title, then the channel's profile picture, name, and number of subscribers. Next is the subscribe button, and I should mention that subscriptions to YouTube channels are free because YouTube gets a large part of its revenue from advertising. Some channels do offer a membership for which there is a small monthly charge. So let's click subscribe and a bell appears to confirm, giving me a few options under this drop-down arrow. For now, I'm going to click none for the notifications because I'm not going to talk about notifications today and my bell gets a strike through it. So one more subscriber is always good news for the creator, but what does it mean for the viewer? Well, if I go back to my sidebar hamburger icon and update my screen by clicking this circle on the browser, the channel I've subscribed to appears in a list under subscriptions. At least it would be a list if I had more than one. When the title subscriptions at the top of the list is clicked, the latest thumbnails from my subscriptions are displayed. Going back to my list by clicking the back key on the browser, the subscriptions can easily be reviewed by clicking the channel to get the channel page and clicking the down arrow on the button to change the notifications or to unsubscribe. So let's see what happens if I unsubscribe. The bell has disappeared and the button has changed back to subscribe on a black background. Let's take another look at the list, and the channel has disappeared from the list. It's not necessary to subscribe to a channel to like the creator's videos. When I click the like icon, it changes from the empty outline to a solid thumbs up. Now I can look back and see which videos I've liked in the past. I click on the hamburger again, scroll down to liked videos, and click to see my liked videos with the most recent at the top. I could search here if I wanted to find a video for which I forgot the channel name and or title. If a channel publishes a video on a topic that doesn't interest me or that I don't like, I could click unlike at this point by clicking the three dots, otherwise known as a kebab, and clicking remove to let the creator know that I didn't like it. Let's go back to the video, and my like icon has changed from solid black back to empty white. If you're wondering why I didn't have many likes or subscribes for my first video, it's because I haven't shared or promoted any of my content yet. To put that into perspective, the creator with the most subscribers on YouTube is Mr. Beast, who is rapidly approaching 500 million subscribers as I speak. I know I've got a long way to go to catch up with him, but everybody has to start somewhere. Now I'm going to take a quick look at the video description, so I click more. I've started with a clickable link to the free online courses Understanding and Preventing Dementia from the University of Tasmania that I mentioned in the video. Next, I've written a brief summary of my video's content, and finally, I've shared some links to the older YouTube creators that I follow, also mentioned in the video. A link is an area of text or an image that can be clicked to take the user to a different address on the internet without having to type anything into the search bar. I can simply hover my cursor over the text of this first link until it changes to a hand, and when I click, it takes me straight to Margaret Manning's 60andMe channel. Margaret is a popular older YouTube creator whose channel supports the interests of older women in particular. I can click the back arrow on my browser to return to my previous screen, where I could click any of the links to the other creators. Now let's talk about comments. I do encourage older viewers to comment on videos because it allows them to express themselves and to reply to others. That will help them to engage with senior creators as well as some of their older viewers. Furthermore, they'll be able to give me valuable feedback. YouTube creates a channel name and a handle for each account based on the Gmail address that the user created. When you make a comment on a video, your channel handle will be displayed and anyone watching YouTube will be able to see it. So I recommend that you check your channel name and handle before your first comment if you don't want your real name to be visible to others. First, click the profile picture, then YouTube Studio. Next, scroll down a bit in the left panel to find the magic wand labeled Customization. Click the wand, move across to the right, and check in the field under Name to make sure you're happy with the channel name that YouTube has given you, because it will be discoverable by other YouTube viewers. So if it includes your full name, you may want to change it to a nickname or some other title to maintain your privacy. You can use up to a total of 50 letters and numbers in the name. Click backspace or delete to remove the existing name and type in a new one. I'm using my private channel and not Maddy at home to record this video, so my channel name here is just 3 letters. Scroll down to handle, and you can keep the existing handle if you like, but if you decide to change it, delete the existing handle and enter your preferred handle to keep your identity private. When you press enter, YouTube may give you a red exclamation mark if someone already has that handle. If that happens, you could try making yours longer or adding some numbers before pressing enter to try again. I'm happy with my name and handle, so I'm not going to change either today. But if you've changed your handle, you will need a green tick of approval from YouTube before you can click publish. Wait for confirmation at the bottom of the screen, then click the back arrow on the browser twice to get back to the video. Now you'll be able to comment on most YouTube videos, provided that they haven't been restricted. Scroll down past the description below any video to find the comments area, which will have your own channel profile picture on the left. If you don't see it, you may have to scroll down through a few rows of thumbnails to find it. Some commenters like to be the first one on a new video, so I'll type in first and click comment. When I refresh the page, the comments count has appeared as 1, and it would increase if more comments were made by others. Now my handle is displayed, and if someone happened to click it, my channel page would appear with its name. Oh, look, I made a typo. I'll have to edit it by clipping the kebab, or 3 dots, then the pencil, and positioning my eyebar where I want to make a change. I press backspace or delete to get rid of the O, type in an I, and click Save. YouTube has noted the fact that I edited my comment. Let's imagine that when I look at what I typed, I have second thoughts about it and think that I shouldn't really have said that. I could delete the entire comment by returning to my 3 dots and clicking the trash can to delete. Then click delete again to confirm. The comment disappears, and if I update the page again, the comments count has gone down to 0. So see, there's nothing scary about posting a comment because you can always change or delete it. For those of you who may have found the computer jargon in this video a bit challenging with all those hamburgers and kebabs, buttons and icons, thank you for sticking with me this far. And please remember that it takes the average person 3 looks at any new information before they're able to retain it in their memory. Take a break and search for something more relaxing, because you can always come back here later. It's much more important to me that my older viewers can watch my videos than that they know how to like, subscribe, or comment. So before I wrap up today, I want to show you how to create a bookmark in your browser that will take you directly to my channel when clicked. First, I'm signing out of my YouTube by clicking my profile icon and then sign out. And to confirm I'm no longer logged in, my profile icon has been replaced by the sign in button. I type @Maddy at home in the search bar and press enter like I did earlier, and that brings up my channel even though I'm not signed in. Now I need to make sure that my bookmarks bar is visible. I'll click the 3 dots in the top right corner of my browser, then click Bookmarks and Lists. Looking at the list that appears on the left, if you have Show Bookmarks bar, click it and a space will appear under your address bar where your bookmark will sit. Next, click Bookmark this tab at the top of the list on the left. The next screen tells the browser where to put the bookmark, so make sure you have Bookmarks bar in this field. If not, click the down arrow to find it in the list. Click Bookmarks bar and then click Done. The bookmark appears under the address bar in the browser. I'm going to create a fresh empty browser tab by clicking plus, and I'll close the YouTube tab before quitting the browser. Now, when I reopen it, the bookmark is still there, and it should remain there until I delete it or change to a different browser. Let's see if it works. I'm going to click where it says Maddy at home, and there's my channel, so it worked. That's about it for today. I hope my run-through will help you to get the best value out of YouTube by accessing the videos that most interest you. If you found it useful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you're able. And I would especially love to hear from anyone who makes their first YouTube comment on my channel. I hope to see you back here for my next IT video when I'll create a new Google account, get a free Gmail address, share my video in an email, and send it to one of my contacts. Bye for now. See you soon.